What's going on, barbers? Welcome to another episode of the Complete Barber Blueprint. Listen, I had some downtime right now, and I wanted to jump on here and just to give you guys some real time. I want to give you some real time issues, a real time thing that you're going to deal with. Not possibly. It's not that it's going to be a chance or I have to think, will this potentially happen to me? No, it will happen to you. What am I talking about? Cancellations, people just not showing up, becoming no call, no shows. And sometimes, I'll speak for myself, sometimes that affects me. Sometimes that can be a situation where it becomes extremely overwhelming because me utilizing my Booksy platform, it gives me a whole breakdown of what's going on for the day. So when you're expecting certain clients, like for myself, I create a lot of content, and my content is what draws people back here to my chair. This is where it draws them back to. So when I'm booking out my schedule and I'm receiving no call, no shows, or you're just not showing up, or you're canceling too late, that really impacts you as an individual, you as the person, but it also impacts your business too as well. Because if you're by appointments and you don't have a lot of walk-in traffic, such as right now, which I'm just waiting on my next client right now, but in this particular downtime right now, here are a few things that you want to think about, that you want to do, because every time you were expecting a certain dollar amount, every time you were expecting a certain client to sit in your chair, especially when you're trying to get a piece of content out of that particular service, yes, that can become overwhelming. It can put you in your feelings. It can put you in different bad head spaces. So just think, like right now, I've had 2 no-shows. They didn't reach out. They didn't text me. They didn't call me. They didn't let me know anything. It's just like, okay, yeah, I know. I set up this appointment. I didn't set the appointment up. You set the appointment up. Your client set the appointment up, whether a new client or a consistent old client. They set the appointment up. You chose that time, and then you don't show. Yes, that can affect me. So guess what? Now, when that happens consistently over and over and over again, the people behind you, the people who were once the people who were in the position of being consistent, coming on time, showing up, now when other new clients come around, when it's time for you to deal with them and provide services for them, and they give you the same type of issues of circumstances that you were going through already with other people, it's not that you're looking at them as a bad person, but because you have dealt with it so much, man, it's hard to, overlook that. And sometimes you say, okay, because I've dealt with this for so long or so much with these amount of people, I have to now make a transition in my mind, because my next client is not going to get the full high level energy from me. My next client who's experiencing my service, if I'm still in my head and still in my feelings about what has gone on in my day, that bad energy is going to be kind of transition or kind of implemented into my service. You're going to feel it. I may not be as talkative. That's an experience of your business. We're all about creating experiences in our chair. It's not just about cutting the hair. So what is the experience that I'm creating if I'm in my head, if I'm in my feelings about somebody who didn't show up? When they walk through that door, when my next client walks through that door, he doesn't want me to be a grouch. He doesn't even care about what I'm going through. He booked an appointment. He's looking for a certain a service. He's looking for he has a certain expectation for what he's coming to you to do. He's not coming in here to hear my problems or issues, even though every time you servicing a client, there's always conversations and dialogue you're going to have with different ones that may be beneficial to you or beneficial to them, but it's going to be reciprocated in your chair. But I don't want you to get in a bad headspace like I have many of times. I just want to be honest with you. I've been in this industry, 21 plus years now. I've been currently running my own barbershop, Money Cuts Barbershop, here for 4 years now. And I've dealt with a lot of fluctuations in business. Now, over this 20-year time frame, yes, I've built up a nice big clientele base, but at the same time, you're still going to deal with no-shows. You're still going to deal with cancellations. You're still going to deal with people looking at their situation being more important than sitting in your chair. So this is one thing that I've realized. A lot of times, just think, a person may have an appointment with you. Just say you have a 10 o'clock appointment with me, and your service is, just say your service is $70. Your service is $70. You have a 10 o'clock appointment with me, and you think me as the barber, I'm supposed to just cheese and be in good spirits and always, and then I'm expecting that appointment. I'm here. I'm ready to service you. And it's 10 o'clock. Okay, it's 10:05. All right, man. Where this guy at? So now you looking around, you trying to see what's going on. Like, okay, now it's 10:15. Now me, I'm the type of person, I really don't like to, hawk anybody down. I'm not going to be pressing you. You booked the service. I feel like I shouldn't have to be texting you over and over. I shouldn't be calling you over and over, because that's just impacting me. That's impacting my day. And it's going to impact my emotions and my feelings within that time frame. So that I can guard my emotions, I need to put things into place. So yes, Booksy does have, or whatever booking platform you might be using, they do have, cancellation policies or different things that you can put into place where you can cover yourself to charge a person a fee if they don't show up, or charge a person a fee if they cancel too late, and now it's too late for you to refill that slot that someone else could have had. And that's the big thing that we always have to think about. It's not always about them just trying to do something to us as the barber. But one thing we have to understand is this: people are going to do for themselves first. They're going to always look at their situation first before trying to prioritize, oh man, I know I booked this slot on schedule, but man, I got this going on. I got to take care of this. They wasn't really concerned about how you just took up a slot on my schedule. Not only did you take up a slot on my schedule, but now you're making it extremely hard for me to refill that slot. And this is even a bigger one. There's times where I'm right here, I'm servicing someone, and a walk-in will come into the shop. And this really gets me, This really gets me, y'all. A client will come into the shop, a walk-in, while I'm servicing someone. Just say he has an 11 o'clock service, and I'm servicing someone right now. It's 10:30. And I let him know, well, my schedule is kind of booked out right now. I'll go into the schedule and try to see, is there anything I can move around, shift? Can I make any tweaks? Is there anywhere within my schedule where I can, kind of transition him in, try to squeeze him in somewhere? If not, I'll let him know, I'm kind of booked out. I can put you on my waiting list. And after putting you on my waiting list, I'm expecting, my client to come in. Guess what happens? I told you, I've been doing this 21 years and it still happens, you all. So don't think you're going to get into this game, you're going to get into this industry, and everything is just going to go perfectly. Everything is just going to always work out the way you desired it for it to work out. It's not. If a person knows they have an 11 o'clock appointment with you, and for instance, here's a clear example. I had a client call me, and this person said, I know I have a 10 o'clock appointment with you this morning, but I was called into work. Can I come in at 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock? Okay, I had a 9:15, and I was able to move that around to help push this client into that spot. Guess what? This was the day before. This was the night before we had this conversation. You were explaining to me, this is your situation. This is the circumstance. Can you do something to help me? Do you know what happened? The client didn't show. Then they started to ask me, can I get a later scheduled time? Can I? Listen, you've already wasted my time. I already made room. I've already moved things around to get you into place because I'm here for you. I'm here to service you. Now it's 9 o'clock. I'm standing behind my chair, ready, waiting for my client to service, and you don't show up. You don't text me. You don't call me. You don't think that's not going to affect me? And not just my pockets. Yes, it affects the business. It affects your income because you might have been expecting that. But more importantly, it's going to affect my emotions. It may affect my mindset. It may affect the rest of my day. So now I don't want to produce anymore. Now I'm in my feelings. Now I'm kind of frustrated. Now I'm feeling overwhelmed. And it's like, man, I'm tired of dealing with this. Or like, man, all right, well, I'm going to start charging everybody this or that. Or like you just go through these various different things dealing with people. Always remember, you all, we are dealing with human beings. We are dealing with people. And when their situation is more important than making sure they sit in your chair at the appropriate time, making sure that they're sitting in your chair and they're prompt, we're already right here ready to service. That's us as the servicer. We should always be here. There should never be a reason why you have to be late unless there's something actually it was more important than, having to service that person. And then you make sure you communicate that. But if there's no communication between the client and the barber, you can't expect a good transaction. You can't expect a good long-term relationship with that client or even me as your barber. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want us to get stuck in that trap of thinking, oh, everything is just going to go right with me and everything is going to go right in my service and everything is going to go right because my schedule is showing booked out. You know how many times my schedule is showing booked out and people still don't show? Do you know how many times I'm looking at a booked out schedule and I'm expecting a certain dollar amount, but everybody didn't show? That affects your emotions. Not just your pockets, that affects your mindset, not just your day. I have to now, maybe I had 15 clients on schedule and you were client 4. I still have the rest of my entire day. And if I allow you in this situation to alter how I came in today, I came in with high energy. I came in motivated. I came in ready to service clients. I came in ready to give my experience. I came in with this drive. I came in with this passion. But you didn't show up. And that can alter all of what I came in here with. And that's the trap I don't want you to fall into. You guys, it's going to happen. People are going to cancel on you. People are not going to show up. And sometimes they don't even have reasons why they didn't show. That's why they didn't call. That's why they didn't text, because it wasn't a real reason. Or they just felt as if like what they had to do during their scheduled time to be serviced by you was more important than actually being there. So I just wanted to jump on here really quick, you all. Like I said, I'm getting ready to start my next service. I just had a little downtime and I just wanted to not just tell you some things, but actually show you. When you have some downtime, start doing some market research, looking up some barbers. Sometimes you might just be right here sitting in your chair. You might be sitting in the chair and you want to do something else. You don't want to just stay stuck in your mind or stuck in your head about what just happened or this person didn't show, or they might be a person who consistently does this. Like, don't stay consumed in that mindset, because you will not be able to produce the rest of your day. You will not. Stay motivated, stay hungry. So during your downtime, start looking at your favorite barbers on social media. This is a start. This is just one practical thing you can do to start doing some market research. Again, we are not just cutting hair. We are creating experiences in our chair. A person is coming to you for your solution that you're providing for them in this chair. So what is that solution? So start going on their platforms, going on their profiles. Look at the most viral videos that they have, the most viewed videos that they have. After doing so, you then go into the comments. When you go into the comments, you're going to see different clients asking different questions, or you're seeing their issues or problem areas that they might be having or dealing with, and they're looking for someone who has a solution to solve their hair problems or their skin problems. You're that person. So go to your favorite barber social media platform, JD Anointed Barber, if I'm your favorite barber, but go on your social media platforms, look at your favorite barber's content. Check out the comments of not the barber speaking, but the clients speaking on behalf of the content that he's creating. Once you pull that data, once you receive all of that information, seeing what these clients are actually desiring, you then go into your own personal inventory bank. What is your own personal inventory bank? Your own personal inventory bank is you taking inventory of yourself, saying, okay, I see these are the issues that they are having. These are the questions that they're asking these 300,000, 400,000 subscriber type barbers who have these big followings. This is what they're being asked. How can my service or my experience bring resolve to the question they just asked him or her? That's how you want to think, because we are entrepreneurs. And as an entrepreneur, it's not just, I used to think it was just holding a briefcase, I'm a businessman, walk around in a suit. No, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Your mind has to transition from just a side thing to career. It has to change from just a hustler's mindset to CEO, to business owner. We're not just hustling, y'all. We're CEOs of our brands, of our business. And the experience that you have, it's for somebody, but they need to know where you are. So with that being said, since you know that even though you're dealing with some cancellations, even though you're dealing with some people that may not be showing up, don't let that stop you. Don't let that unmotivate you. That content that you wanted to create later in the day, and you were so motivated about doing it, and you seen the type of clients that were on your schedule, you see the type of heads that you had access to that day, and you was in your head about it, and you were saying, man, I can't wait. I'm getting some content off this person. I'm going to create some content off this person. And then they don't show. Don't get stuck in the trap of staying stuck there in your emotions, because that bad energy will spill out into your experience and the service that you provide the rest of your day if you don't get control of the things that's consuming your mind in that moment. We're bigger than that. We're better than that. So again, let me get ready for my next client, you all. I just wanted to jump on here and let you guys know in real time something I'm dealing with right now. This is a right now thing. My client didn't show and didn't say anything. Didn't say anything at all. The next client doesn't know my situation that just happened. So they're expecting me, when they walk through that door, they're expecting me to be on the same high energy level, same smiles, all the positive, statements and different things that I say, all the encouragement, all the motivation. They're looking for that. They're expecting that. Why? Because I have consistently and persistently been the same way in my service and experience for so long now. So they'll be able to recognize if something is wrong with me if I'm operating differently. So I can't afford to stay stuck in that emotion, even though rightfully so, it can frustrate you, especially if you were expecting it, especially when, you booked this slot. I moved some things around for you and you still didn't show. Yes, that will affect you all. So again, I'm signing out. This is just another episode of the Complete Barber Blueprint. My first time going live on here. There's going to be many more. Look, like, share, comment, tag a barber who needs this. Tag a barber who's been discouraged dealing with these different things, feeling like they're the only one going through that? No, I've been in the game 21 years and I still deal with it. So guess what? You're an aspiring barber, or you're a first year in barber, or you're just starting out. Guess what? It's going to happen, because it even happens to the best of us. All right. This is the Complete Barber Blueprint, you all. Let's sign it out. JD Anointed Barber, also known as Jonathan Everest. Let's go.